Everybody, I'm Tony Fleming from Fleming's Ultimate Garage. I know, man, I'm smiling too looking at this video going, wow, this car is spectacular looking. And I say, you know what? You are 100% right. All right, I need to relax. 58 Corvette, got some great styling features. It is coming up as the most popular trend heading this way as far as values go. Why? Well, because there's some certain things about this car that no other C1s have. And then you have great color combinations. You have the engine choice that's under here and all of the other good. We are going to have a great time looking this car over. I'm looking excited for it. Matter of fact, I was so excited. My little friend came by to say, hey. And I got to tell you this, I think we should let's get started. All right, so many times people say, Tone, man, that is a great looking car. But a lot of times we don't know why it's a great looking car. I want to point out a few things that I see that make things stand out more than others. For instance, when you talk about wide whites here, because this car is very period correctly restored, right? The wide whites here are the correct bias ply size, okay? And the bias ply instead of being radials. All new chrome, stainless, the cove that's painted white, right? And some of the later cars in the C1s that didn't have the painted cove, in my opinion, don't look nearly as good as this here. You got that ribbed and vented hood. This right here is a cool piece. You say, Tone, what is that? What is that? A lot of people don't know what that is, right? Inside, this is ventilation for the interior of the car. Back then, this was a quick way to get fresh air inside here and get all that done, right? I think it looks really good. You got the polished stainless spinner caps, even better. And then as we get going through here, we'll start to look at some of the other cool stuff that you have. All right, if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up down there. Gets our message out. We really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We get new stuff coming out all the time, as well as share it with your friends too. And I'd love to hear your comments in there. We got a place for that. We'd love to answer them as well. Throw some stuff about what's your favorite Corvette. So we do this paint test because pictures can be manipulated, and here in the video that can't be done, right? Because what I ask people to do is have a paint lesson. The paint lesson is look at the paint, but don't look at the paint. Well, Tom, what do you mean when you say that? I say look at the paint, but look what's in the paint. Meaning, if you can see the ceiling and the lights, you can see how crisp and clear all of these letters are. The more crisp everything is in the paint, the shinier the paint is in person. Everyone here's heard of orange peel in the past. Orange peel cars don't reflect the sun very well or don't reflect the light very well, and so you don't get really glossy, shiny paint like if you went to a car show at night and you pull in and the car's just glowing, right? That's exactly what this car is. Beautifully restored, beautiful paint, mirror finish, and I say mirror finish because you can read every letter there beautifully. To take a peek under here, we're just finishing up this. I wanted to get this video out before because it's just a new arrival. We've got a couple small parts left that are coming. But when you get a factory dual quad car, this is kind of cool because right away you can tell that the air cleaner is slightly different, right? That would have had only one wing nut here if it was a single 4-barrel car, but this, because it's a 2 4-barrel car, right? We're able to see all of that that's going on in here. With the factory exhaust manifolds, the HVAC system is set up. We still have the original generator on the car. These are important features. So you tell me, well, why is that a big deal? Isn't the alternator better? Well, the alternator may be better, but it's not correct. And what it does is it doesn't add value to the car. What I like to do is I like to show off that right there, because that right there is the money shot. I'm not sure I wouldn't go to a car show and take this off and throw it under the front seat just so people could see what this really looked like. Look at the AC fuel filter in here. You would replace it. It's a glass style filter. You would replace the little filter in there when you're maintaining the car. We just ordered the tower clamps that would go on here as well, and the generator decal. So all this stuff was painted. We're waiting on the last couple parts that go on here. We have the ignition shielding. And don't minimize the ignition shielding because you need to look that up for a price. It is very expensive. And when all this is done and all this is done the right way, you end up with a really, really nice car that not only drives well, but looks great and holds its value too. This is truly one of the finest styled muscle, sports, whatever cars ever existed, in my opinion, right? When you look at this car and you say, oh my God, especially driving behind it, like think about you're sitting in your SUV, this is at the traffic light and you're looking through and you can see that cool dash there. The fact that the rear view mirror is on top of the dash, which you can't even get in a modern car anymore. These sweeping long taillights. Remember, taillights were just bolted on back in the day. This is what cars do today. Today they wrap around the quarter panel and they go in there. Think about what I'm saying, right? These right here, these are super expensive. Like if you can find a set, they are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to get re-chromed because nobody reproduces them anymore. This bumper exit exhaust, right? We're talking about the jet ages that are upon us right here. All this cool stuff that makes this car So great looking. And lastly, this car was functional, right? You could put soft luggage in there, a couple hard bags in there. You could go away for the weekend in this car. It was really ready to do that. We have the hard top that goes with it as well. We're going to show you that too. And just, I love the fact that you're able to use this as not only a cool sports car or go somewhere, but also go away for the weekend. And lastly, listen to this, because this is nice. That's a nice trunk. All right, some of the greatest style ever done is in here. And listen to that, man. Listen, I want you to hear that. It's like a 70-year-old door. All right, so some cool things about these cars that some don't know is that this steering wheel is pretty big. Some people, their legs might be bigger and they don't fit so well, so they make a replica of this wheel that's smaller. And the reason the wheel's so big is because they didn't originally come with power steering. They're very easy to drive, but they didn't come with it. They knew this was a sports car. They put the tack right there at the center of you, just like Porsche does today, right? They knew, right? 160 mile an hour speedometer. There was no 160 mile an hour cars back in the 50s, but with the right horsepower and things like that, we were already at that place where we're getting 1 horsepower per cubic inch, right? The 283 engines that would come out, and now we're starting to make good power. Then race cars, these were being raced at the time, and they really needed all of that power. Lastly, you got that close ratio 4-speed here, and a beautifully done interior. The carpet in these is spectacular. This is not like the regular carpet you see in muscle cars and things like that. This is luxury carpet. It's a special weave that's in here. It also has the binding that matches the seats. You got your clock here. You got your original AM radio. Now what we do for a lot of people is they do make a radio like this that has electronic guts inside of it. So it looks completely stock here, but you can stream your music to it. You can have a satellite, all those good things, all while keeping the interior looking cool and stock. Speakers here. They can bury another one underneath there. And then you have these great door panels. You need to just take a second and just look at the door panels and the effort that's gone into them. We'll get a little B-roll shot of that there, so you can see like the reflectors that are in there, the insets of the stainless. They're really like modern, like today's modern cars are beautiful door panels, and they spend a lot of time doing the effort into that, and that's what you get there. Lastly, it's got the mirror, man. I love the mirror. I don't know why. I don't know why this mirror is like the greatest thing on cars, because I just see it and I go, you couldn't get that today. You can get gauges, you can get a cool steering wheel, you can get a manual transmission, right? But you can't get that, and that is what I love. All right, so we talked about a lot of cool stuff. We looked at some great quality things too, especially the color combination, the authenticity of the vehicle, meaning, you know, the correct spinner hubcaps and the right tires that are on it, the brand new interior, but with the factory tack and gauges and what have you. You know, these cars were approaching 300 horsepower at the time, and that to you, right, you say, well, Tone, 300 horsepower, that's not a lot. Well, let me tell you, these cars here, some of them weigh under 3,000 pounds, some weigh just a little bit over 3,000 pounds, and they were fast. Certainly faster at the time, one of the fastest sports cars you could get. And when you drive this car, man, it makes the sound and it feel like it's twice as fast as it actually is. So it is awesome. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000, and we'll tell you all about this 58 Corvette Roadster.